How is modern society changed the way that you see leadership? Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you're having a phenomenal day. One of my friends reached out to me and wanted to ask me questions in regards to leadership and modern society. Maybe you do find some value out of it too. So the first question is, how has modern culture affected your view of success? When it comes to my personal view of success, it really hasn't changed much, but really understand better what it means to be successful. And nowadays, when I think about the team that I lead, I always want to be clear about what drives them, what is success to them. Because sometimes you'll find people that are trying to be successful in the current role, but it's not what they want to do. And what the current culture supports, right, is where they can try out different things. So there is this freedom where if you tried something and it didn't work, that's totally fine. The reality is that the faster that you get to what you want to do and that you're good at and that you're passionate about it is when you're going to find success. In the past, we used to think that being in a role for 5 or 10 years meant success. And although that is true for some, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is true for everyone. Everyone's got their own experiences. Everyone's got their own direction and their career aspirations. So that all depends on what you want to do and how it drives you. The second question is, tell me how social networks have impacted your professional growth. Well, social networks are so key to developing someone's skill set, career, visibility, which is very important when you're looking to grow in the company. But for me, right, it has allowed me to fast track my professional growth where I had the opportunity to learn from other leaders that were already doing the work that I wanted to do. So it allowed me to save myself time for skills that would have taken me years if I didn't have those connections. Number 3, growing up, what experiences made you realize your race affected how you are perceived? Myself being Hispanic, I quickly learned that I had to learn the language and even work harder because I had an accent and now I needed to prove myself. But ultimately, I came to the conclusion that with hard work and dedication, everything is possible. When did you realize social interactions on a personal and professional level impact your success? Well, the moment I switched jobs, I had the opportunity to work with some amazing leaders. I quickly realized how I was becoming a better leader myself, and many opportunities opened up for me. How has the culture in our company encouraged your growth? Well, when you have a company that cares about their employees and their talent and really investing in your development, well, it's become motivation for me that if it's important for the company, right, and it's important for me, and I have all these resources, I have no excuses to not invest in my development and my growth. But really, I now feel motivated, incentivized, if you will, because it matters for the company they work for, because now you bring more value to them. And for you, right, you have the opportunity to learn more about who you are and your potential. What type of social interactions do you think are essential for career growth? This is a great question. There's so many ways you can connect with people and really build your network. But for me, one that I find a lot of value is when you have the opportunity to collaborate with others. Because in this case, you can actually see their skill set in action and learn from them. And actually get the opportunity to ask them questions why they made a certain decisions. And also, typically, when you are able to collaborate with somebody, you're creating long-term relationships. Tell me how your experience with culture has helped you lead multiple teams successfully. When you have the opportunity to learn and experience different cultures, it then allows you to really interact with many different people in many different ways because you learn different approach, you learn different perceptions, you learn about being inclusive of thoughts, respect everyone's opinions, and really understand that not everyone sees the things the same way you see it. Now, as a company, when they have a clear culture for them that are aligned with their objectives, that's when you see true success. On the opposite side of this, when you have a company that their culture does not align in any way with their objectives, what you'll find is that they create a toxic environment where team members and employees leave because they're looking for a better environment. So it's so important that when you have an opportunity to get to experience different cultures that you do that. It allows you to grow as an individual and be able to make connections, genuine connections actually, much faster. Once again, I do appreciate the support and I would love if you take a few minutes to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video and drop a comment. How is modern society changed the way that you see leadership?